you spoke about the risk of uncritically idealizing meritocracy, right? But PAP ministers and MPs have actually spoken about pitfalls of meritocracy and refreshing the existing understanding of what we know meritocracy in Singapore to be. And this comes under their Forward Singapore exercise. I want to find out what's different about how you see an issue, that hasn't been addressed yet.
I think both parties agree that meritocracy in Singapore can be improved. My emphasis is more that social mobility is the true test of meritocracy. In Singapore, there is this perception where the wealthy find it easier to get ahead and stay ahead. So we must address this perception and make sure that the opportunities are distributed fairly. And my primary motive in Parliament is to be a voice for those people who are marginalized and disadvantaged.
Can you tell me a little bit about the pitfalls of idealizing meritocracy? Is there like a specific example that you can give about how we do it in Singapore?
I think the fundamental tension within the idea of meritocracy is there is an egalitarian strand to meritocracy where anybody who works hard, has talent, can succeed. But there is also an elitist trend in meritocracy in which, that you succeed, you are among the cream of the crop and you deserve it. So there is this tension in which if we don't critically look at it, it can lead to various ideas or that the rich people deserve it and the poor people deserve their fate.
I think meritocracy, we really need to measure the outcomes of whether the promise of social mobility is really fulfilled. And that involves sometimes, having the statistics which are not necessarily convenient or, maybe ugly, reveal certain truths. Our leader of the opposition, Pritam, his maiden speech was on the Freedom of Information Act. And I do notice that sometimes when Workers' Party asks questions about the actual outcomes of social mobility, say 20 years out, 30 years out, by social economic status, by other measures, these questions are not answered in full detail. So I think that it's really an empirical question. We really need to look back at how our policies have affected the previous generations, and if we see that there are these gaps, then we do have a moral duty to remedy those.